The other reports, obviously, Teja mentioned Dame, that whole situation, which it's getting a little. It seems like it's getting a little chippy in the Portland with fan base.
But I also think the Dame Lillard thing slowed down the James thing.
Yeah.
We could be a part of that for all we know. Not for Dame, but we could just be
trying to. I believe that slowed things down too.
Yeah.
And some experts still believe that the Sixers could be one of the ones to get Dame Lillard. Tim Bontemps predicts Dame Lillard will end up being a Sixer. And this will happen by sending assets from Clippers from that we get in the Harden deal to the Blazers, along with Tyrese Maxey in exchange for Lillard. So that's what he's kind of drummed up. Brian Windhorst has said on many occasions that the Sixers really value Maxey and will not trade him for prime Michael Jordan, is what he said. I think he was joking a little bit, but essentially, he's off any trade block. He's off it. We're not trading for anybody. So my question is: so would you guys rather have a team of Lillard and Embiid or Maxey? Another star, obviously lesser than Lillard and Embiid, or so are we just a better team with Lillard instead of Maxey and Harden? This is kind of my question when it comes to that, because Sixers fans are all over the place when it comes to this Lillard speculation.
I don't know. I just want a team that can get us past the second round. I mean, whatever that team's going to be. I mean, that's what we all want, right?
Yeah.
I think the speculation is it could work either way. I mean, but this team that we had was good enough. They just had to win one more game out of two to accomplish that. So I think, to me, at the end of the day, it's all about getting guys that's going to be committed to what you're trying to do moving forward.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I like both ways. I wouldn't necessarily like to choose one over the other, because the other pieces around would matter.
Yeah.
Making that, so it's kind of hard to assume which one would be better and not really knowing the full package.
Yeah, that word speculation, Eric.
Yeah.
It's hard to see what a team look like just swapping Harden and Maxey for Dame. Let's just say it's either the current team, which is Harden, Maxey, some combination of Melton, Tobias, Embiid, or say Lillard, Melton, Harris, Tucker, and Embiid. I think I'd rather have the first starting five. It just makes us a better overall, more balanced team. Plus, I know it's all about the window with Embiid right now, so it's stupid to be like, well, Lillard's going to be making 60-something a year when he's 36 years old. I mean, I don't see Lillard declining that much. I mean, he will get, a step slower here and there, but so you look at Lillard and Embiid combining for almost 70 points between them. Probably puts a little more added pressure on Tobias to kick up his scoring. It really puts a pressure on everyone else to kick up their scoring. Melton would need to score more. And you're going to have less depth if you do that. So the guys you do have are all going to have to score, 5 to 7 more points a game to equal what Maxey and Harden gave you. So it's tough, man. I wouldn't complain if we got Lillard, obviously. I mean,
interesting. I don't know, man.
So with the Dame speculation, so he's saying right now he doesn't want to go anywhere else. He wants to go to Miami. I think he also said, I think a report came out today that he will, if he does go to where if he's traded to a team that's not Miami, he's not going to report to anything. He's not going to do, he's not going to kind of participate in anything. My question is, if a team were to trade, let's say the Sixers were the team to trade for Dame, and there's a potential that he would be a disgruntled star on our team, or maybe even is just a 1-year thing you play and dip out the next year. Would he be worth this chance for that? Like, if we were to trade for him, would he be worth kind of risking that? A guy who may not want to play at all? Because and that's the thing, we're kind of risking that right now with James. If he does come back and he is,
I think if you making it move, any move for Dame Lillard, he has to be on board, wanting to be there. So you can't make that move without getting some kind of confirmation about that.
So I guess it'd be a no then, because him and his agent are telling everybody, "Don't trade for me. I only want Miami."
And you can't make that move then.
There's been a lot of back and forth on this period, Eric. What's your take on just in general what's happening here with the players signing a long-term deal, extending, and then saying, "I only want one team, and that's it, and I won't go anywhere else, and I'll be unhappy, so don't trade for me." Because a lot of people were saying that the Blazers
a player commits to a team long-term, and the team trades him, and without giving him a choice. So it's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys, whatever in this league that has a little juice. Why people get mad when they use it?
Do you think there's a compromise to be made, though? Because I go back and forth on this. I think, okay, if you trade him to Charlotte, yeah, I'd be pissed off if I was Dame. Like, don't do me like that. I've been good to you, right? But to say trade me to a contender, but not one team, like Philadelphia is a contender in the East. It's not a bad city to be in. You have the MVP with you. He'd come to a team that was very close to contending for a title and dog it with a good team. I understand Charlotte are really bad.
We really don't know, because maybe he said, if you're not trading me to Miami, I'll just stay here.
Yeah. Well, I think the speculated report was he'd be unhappy and he wouldn't report to training camp, I think was the story. So, which is, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I go back and forth on that.
I'm saying, if you're a team and they're telling you that, then why would you trade for him?
That's the problem. And that's why Miami's not giving him any decent offer, because they know they almost have to trade him.
He'll end up in Miami. That's what he'll end up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's just a matter of which third or fourth team is going to be involved in the trade. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson aren't doing it for Portland. I feel like that's a trade combination we've heard for a long time from Miami.
I mean, what are they expecting to get from the teams that you've heard about? What are they expecting to get?
Well, Portland said they
what do they say they want? They say they want 1 or 2 young players and 4 firsts.
Tyler Hero's not a young player.
It's a young player on a.
Was it just young player? I thought it was that they wanted 1 or 2 like young star,
maybe young promising player or something like that.
Yeah,
young promising player.
Yeah, but where are you gonna get that?
No,
that's why Windhorst said the best chip on the block right now is Maxey, because he's young, he's good, and he hasn't even signed a deal yet. So you have him on the cheap.
You just drafted a kid, number 2 or 3.
I know.
That's basically going to play the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and they have Simon. So like they have.
I don't see why you would make that trade with Maxey and you got Simon and you just drafted him.
I know. Yeah, I guess
that
as pure asset, maybe they'll just trade Maxey somewhere else. They think they can get more draft picks for Maxey down the line. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I just don't see it happening with the Sixers.
And then Brooklyn, so they'll get involved and take Hero, but then they also want stuff for taking on Hero. So it's like,
well, and they want
somebody will take Ben. Eventually, somebody will take him.
Yeah, but I think that team also wants assets.
I mean, Ben may need a place like Miami, man.
Get some Spo and Pat Riley structure, make that kid an all-star again.
Might be what he needs, man.
It's true. Him and Bam on the floor, though, we got like a combined 10% from 3-point. Not bad.
Yeah, but they win.
Dame's gonna have to.
They go past the second round.
They do. Yeah, that's true. I can't.
Clown all you want, but I'm just saying they go past the second round.
No, it's true. Hey, look, I get why he wants to go there.
They've been to more finals than we've been in conference finals in the last 4 years.
Aw.
I get why he wants to go there. I'm
just saying, so we can't clown a team that's doing that. Like we got to be honest. Like we can't. How are we clowning them?
True. Yeah. But Butler didn't want to leave Joel. Butler would love to play with Joel. So I think it's funny that Dame doesn't want to play with a guy that who wants to play, that the best player on the team he does want to go to wants to play with. So it's like, it's just funny
but Dame is also a number one option, and Jimmy was okay not being the number one option.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Which goes back to our all-star or superstar talk, Tej. Dame comes over there.
It really doesn't go back there.
No, it doesn't, because he didn't name Dame Lillard on that list.
Huh?
You never said Dame Lillard on that list.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is Dame Lillard not a superstar?
He up there.
He up there.
Yeah, I think market. If he goes to Miami, I think if he goes to Miami 5 years younger, I think he would be a superstar.
Yeah,
If he goes to Miami if he went to Miami when he was 27.
He's up there. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, Dame is up there, but he's sort of a tricky guy because it's like, do you consider him like Steph and LeBron? Even though talent-wise, or maybe with the success he's had, he could be right behind Steph. But from a whole package, do you consider him that? Or is it because of the market he's in? Is he like that? If Dame Lillard would have did what he did in New York City,
Yep.
It would be different.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
It's true.
If you played like that in New York City or LA, it would be different.
If we're going by the criteria of is he worth paying a ticket for? Absolutely. Dame's really fun to watch, and he'd be really fun live. So if it's just a pure like you pay money to see him, then yes, I would say he's a superstar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people aren't knocking down. Not a lot of fans aren't saying, "Hey, I got to see when Portland's playing."
Yep.
And that's not knock on him. That's just
it's knock on them.
Doesn't have really. I'm saying the team doesn't really have a big following like some of these other teams does.
Yeah, let's put it this way. If you paid a lot of money for the Portland tickets when they come to town and Dame is not playing, you're really pissed off.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt the last 4 times I've gone to see Embiid and he didn't play.
But it's interesting, though, because, like, before Curry in Golden State, this is what Superstar does, right? Because, like, they had those years with the Monte Ellis team. So you had the Baron Davis era, then Monte Ellis came over, and that was kind of
the Golden State always did well fan-wise in the arena. They've always done.
That's true.
The difference with them was people that started liking them that wasn't quote unquote from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So they brought in fan bases from, everywhere.
Mainstream.
We're in, Golden State and all of that. So that's what they did. They locally has always performed well from a fan standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But they
work in that.
You got the whole Bay Area. It's only one team. It's not like LA where you got 2 teams. It's just one team. So that's true. They always did well. And it's a heavy basketball area.
But there were rumors that Lillard wanted to go there before they traded for Paul.
Yeah. Which that got people were killing that because everyone keeps going back to the whole running from the grind comment that he gave Paul George, and he wanted to go to Golden State, which is,
that's a grind now.
Is it a grind? If Lillard went to the Warriors, it'd be a grind.
Yes.
Be fun to watch.
And it's his hometown too. I'm sure that also.
Yeah. That's what it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think why I like the whole him coming to Philly, because I think other than everyone, all the analysts pretty much said basketball fit wise, Philly is like up there, top 2, right? But beside that, off the court stuff, it still would be considered a grind. You'd be responsible if we went past the second round. Lillard would get a lot, if not all, the credit for taking us past the second round. So it would sort of still be a grind for him, even though he's going to a contender with the MVP. And Philly's kind of the villain, right? And after this, he will be looked at like a villain across the NBA. So Philly's a good place to go to if you want to embrace the villainhood and still grind and compete. But Miami.
Yeah. Miami or
South.
Yeah, I believe it's Miami.
Has Lillard ever gone past the second round of the playoffs?
Yes.
He has?
I thought they lost in the conference finals.